I'm 18, fresh in college, heart pounding as I watch a group of laughing students slam a door in my face, literally, after mocking me for being that weird loner girl. My stomach twists like a knife, tears stinging my eyes, but I swallow it down. Fast forward 5 years, and those same bullies are begging me for jobs at the company I built from nothing, their faces pale with shock as I turn them away. If you've ever been crushed by exclusion and dreamed of flipping the script, stick around. This is my real story of turning loneliness into the ultimate payback. Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. I live in London, and these days, I run my own successful online community platform that helps thousands of young people connect and overcome isolation, just like I did. Today, I want to share a very personal story from my life, one that started in the depths of college loneliness but ended with the sweetest revenge you'll ever hear. This is my real-life story, straight from the heart, and if it resonates with you, hit that like button right now, subscribe for more empowering tales, and let's dive in together. My name is Sarah, and when I was 18, right on the cusp of what everyone said would be the best years of my life, I stepped into college thinking it would be my escape, my fresh start. I was coming from a tiny, sleepy town in the countryside, where life moved like molasses, and I craved the buzz of the city, the freedom, the friends I'd always dreamed of. But London? It hit me like a tidal wave. The college was this massive brick building in the heart of the city, echoing with footsteps and chatter that seemed to belong to everyone but me. On my first day, I clutched my backpack straps so tight my knuckles turned white, my heart hammering against my ribs like it was trying to break free. Why am I shaking? I thought, forcing a smile as I navigated the crowded hallways. Students zipped past in packs, their laughter slicing through the air like shards of glass, making my skin prickle with envy. I tried, oh God, I tried so hard to fit in. I'd saved up for months to buy these trendy jeans and a cropped sweater that I thought screamed, cool freshman. During orientation, I stood in line, palms sweaty, introducing myself with a voice that cracked just a little. Hi, I'm Sarah from the countryside. Excited to study English Lit. A few nods, but mostly blank stares. By the end of the week, it was clear, the groups were already formed. Cliques of girls with perfect hair and effortless confidence, guys tossing footballs in the quad, everyone linking arms like they'd known each other forever. I hovered on the edges, my shoulders hunched inward, as if making myself smaller would make me invisible to the rejection. But then there was Emily. Oh, Emily, the queen bee of it all, the antagonist who turned my quiet loneliness into a nightmare of targeted cruelty. She was 19, a sophomore with sleek blonde hair that fell like a curtain over her sharp blue eyes, always dressed in designer labels that screamed money and status. She led this tight-knit group of 4, her best friend Mia, a tall brunette who echoed every word Emily said like a parrot, Jake, the charming jock with a smirk that hid his pettiness, and Lisa, the quiet one who laughed along to fit in. They weren't just popular, they were the gatekeepers, deciding who belonged and who didn't. And from day one, they decided I didn't. It started small, but oh, it escalated. In the cafeteria, that massive hall with fluorescent lights buzzing overhead and the smell of greasy fries hanging in the air, I'd scan for an empty spot. One day, I spotted a table with just one seat left near Emily's group. My pulse raced, a mix of hope and dread churning in my gut. Just ask, I told myself, legs wobbling as I approached. Hi, is this seat taken? My voice was barely above a whisper, cheeks burning hot. Emily looked up slowly, her lips curling into a sneer that made my stomach drop. Oh, look, it's the country bumpkin, she drawled, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. Mia snickered, covering her mouth. Jake leaned back, arms crossed, chuckling. Yeah, sorry, we're saving it for someone who actually knows how to socialize. Lisa just averted her eyes, but her shoulders shook with suppressed laughter. They didn't just say no, they made a show of it, loud enough for nearby tables to glance over. I felt my face flame, a lump forming in my throat like I'd swallowed glass. I mumbled an apology and fled, tray rattling in my hands, tears blurring my vision as I hid in the library stacks, heart pounding with humiliation. Why me? What did I do? The disrespect burned, a powerlessness that left me trembling for hours. That was just the beginning. Emily and her crew fed off it, turning exclusion into sport. In lectures, I'd sit at the back, notebook open, pen flying across the page to drown out the whispers. But they'd spot me. Psst, Sarah, Emily would hiss from across the room, her eyes gleaming with malice. You studying to catch up with the rest of us normals? The class would titter, and I'd shrink into my seat, nails digging into my palms until they left crescent marks, my mind screaming, don't cry, just endure. Once, during a group discussion, the professor paired us randomly. Guess who I got? Emily. She rolled her eyes dramatically as we huddled over the desk, the scent of her expensive perfume making me nauseous. Great, stuck with the loner, she muttered, loud enough for others to hear. When I suggested an idea about the novel's themes of isolation, ironically fitting, she cut me off. That's stupid. No one cares what you think. Her words hit like punches, my chest tightening so hard I could barely breathe. I nodded, biting my lip until it bled, internal thoughts racing. She's underestimating me, but one day, she'll see. The injustice festered, a slow poison of betrayal because these weren't strangers. They were supposed to be my peers, my potential friends. Instead, they wielded their social power like a weapon, leaving me craving validation, justice, anything to make the powerlessness stop. Weeks blurred into months, each day a heavier weight on my shoulders. Evenings in my cramped rented room, a dingy space with peeling wallpaper and a single bulb flickering overhead, I'd collapse on the bed, scrolling social media on my phone screen's glow illuminating my tear-streaked face. Their posts mocked me. Photos of parties with captions like, squad goals. # no lone wolves allowed. My throat would close up, sobs racking my body as I hugged my knees, whispering to the empty room, what's wrong with me? Why do they hate me so much? The loneliness was a physical ache, like a void in my chest sucking the air from my lungs. Rain pattered against the window one winter night, the cold seeping through the thin glass, mirroring the chill in my soul. I remember lying there, fists clenched in the sheets, fantasizing about revenge, not violent, but something sharp, something that would make him feel the sting of insignificance. The escalation peaked during midterms. Emily's group had formed this unofficial study club that everyone whispered about, exclusive, of course. I overheard them in the hallway, voices echoing off the stone walls. Yeah, we're cramming at Jake's tonight. Bring your notes, Mia. My heart leaped. Maybe this was my in. I approached hesitantly, voice trembling. Hey, I heard about the study group. Could I join? I'm really struggling with the essays. Emily turned, her face twisting into that infuriating smirk, arms crossed over her chest like a barrier. Struggling? Shocker. Look, Sarah, we don't need deadweight. Go find your own. Whatever. Jake high-fived her, laughing. Yeah, loners study alone, right? Mia chimed in. Or, don't cry about it. Lisa just smiled weakly, but it was enough, the betrayal from someone who seemed almost sympathetic. They walked away, shoulders bumping mine, accidentally, leaving me standing there, frozen, a hot wave of rage mixing with the tears. My hands shook as I punched the wall outside, knuckles splitting, blood trickling warm down my fingers. Powerless no more, I thought, the pain sharpening my resolve. That was my breaking point, the moment the underestimation ignited something fierce inside me. But here's where the turning point came, that spark of hope amid the darkness. A few weeks later, in an English Lit seminar, the professor, a kind, bespectacled man with a warm voice, assigned partner projects. Pair up thoughtfully, he said, scanning the room. My name was called with Rebecca's. She was different, 20, with curly brown hair tied back messily, warm hazel eyes that crinkled when she smiled, and a gentle energy that didn't demand attention. As we sat in the library later, that same library where I'd hidden so many times, bookshelves towering like silent guardians, the scent of aged paper comforting, she leaned in. So, Sarah, what's your take on the isolation theme in this novel? No judgment, just genuine curiosity. My voice caught, but I managed. It's like being invisible, even when you're right there. She nodded, her hand lightly touching my arm. I get that. First year was rough for me too. Felt like everyone had it figured out except me. For the first time, someone saw me, truly saw the pain etched in my furrowed brow, the way my fingers fidgeted with the book edges. Working with Rebecca became my lifeline. We'd huddle for hours, the library's soft lamp light casting shadows on our notes, steam rising from our coffees as we debated themes. But it went deeper. We talked life. I confessed the bullying, my voice breaking. They make me feel like I don't belong, like I'm worthless. Rebecca's eyes softened, no pity, just empathy. That's on them, not you. Emily's group? They're insecure bullies hiding behind popularity. You deserve better. Her words were a balm, easing the knot in my chest. Through her, I met her two friends, Alex and Jordan, quiet, kind souls who invited me to casual coffee runs, their laughter genuine, not mocking. Sitting with them in the cafe, mugs clinking, the warmth of belonging seeping in, I felt my shoulders relax for the first time. But the rage against Emily simmered. It fueled me. They underestimated me, I thought during late-night planning sessions. Time to show 'em what a loner can do. The revenge planning started subtly, born from that resolve. Rebecca and I weren't just studying literature, we were dissecting power dynamics, and it clicked. Social exclusion was their weapon, but I could build my own world. I began small, channeling my pain into action. Late nights in my room, laptop screen glowing, fingers flying over keys despite the ache in my wrists from endless typing. I created an anonymous online forum for college students feeling isolated, connect beyond cliques, pouring my heart into posts about overcoming loneliness, sharing tips on building genuine friendships. If they won't let me in, I'll create doors for everyone else, I thought, heart racing with determination. The site grew slowly at first, a few sign-ups, tentative messages. I feel the same way. Thanks for this. Sensory details fueled my drive. The click-clack of keys like a heartbeat, the thrill of notifications pinging like victories. But Emily's crew kept pushing, their bad behavior unrelenting, building the frustration to a boil. One afternoon in the quad, leaves crunching underfoot, chill wind biting my cheeks, I overheard them trashing the forum. Somehow they'd found it. That lame site? Probably made by some loser like Sarah, Emily scoffed, tossing her hair. Mia nodded. Totally. Who needs it when you've got real friends? Jake laughed. Bet it's her crying for attention. They didn't know it was me, but the disrespect ignited fury, my veins pulsing hot, fists clenching at my sides. Keep laughing, my internal monologue snarled. Your secrets will be your downfall. See, through Rebecca's connections, I'd learned their dirt. Emily cheating on exams, Mia spreading rumors to climb social ladders, Jake plagiarizing papers, Lisa enabling it all for acceptance. It was infuriating, their hypocrisy, wielding power while breaking rules, underestimating anyone outside their circle. Execution began with strategy, pacing my moves like a chess game. Short, tense bursts of planning, emailing admins anonymously with evidence I'd gathered, screenshots of their cheating chats from leaked group messages, witness accounts from other outcasts. My heart pounded during those sends, sweat beading on my forehead, thoughts whirling. This is justice, earned through their cruelty. Drama built in long, vivid scenes, hiding in the library, breath shallow, watching Emily strut by, oblivious. Then, escalation. I expanded the forum into a full platform, beyond isolation, adding features like anonymous reporting for bullying. Users poured in, stories mirroring mine. Betrayal by cliques, the craving for validation. Revenue trickled from ads, then sponsorships. My nights blurred into coding sessions, coffee staining my fingers black, the glow of success warming the void. By my junior year, the platform exploded. Notifications flooded. Thousands of users, partnerships with mental health orgs. I dropped out of invisibility, speaking at campus events, voice steady now, no more cracks. Emily's group noticed. Whispers turned to glares. Tension mounted in snappy dialogues. During a lecture break, Emily cornered me. What's with your little website? Trying to be relevant? I met her eyes, calm. It's for people like me, the ones you push out. She laughed, but unease flickered in her posture, shoulders tensing. The climax hit like a storm I'd been brewing for years, that deeply satisfying payoff where justice crashed down on them, earned through every tear and sleepless night. It was spring of my senior year, the campus alive with blooming flowers and chatter, but for me, it was the eve of reckoning. My platform, now, beyond isolation, had ballooned to 50,000 users worldwide, generating real money, $500,000 in revenue from premium features and collabs. I'd quit college midway, channeling everything into it, my tiny room transformed into a home office with whiteboards scrawled in marker, "Expose the fakes." Internal thoughts raced during the final prep. They betrayed me, disrespected me, left me powerless. Now, they face the consequences. The trigger? A campus-wide bullying scandal I'd orchestrated through the platform. Users had submitted evidence, videos, chats, about cliques like Emily's. But I had the ace, irrefutable proof of their cheating ring. Months earlier, an anonymous tip from Lisa, cracking under guilt, her message trembling in text, "I can't do this anymore." Emily forced us to copy her answers. I'd verified it all, screenshots burning a hole in my drive, my fingers itching to release. The night before the big reveal, I paced my apartment, floorboards creaking, heart thumping like a drum. This is it, validation, triumph. Short sentences for tension, release the post. Watch it spread, feel the power shift. I dropped the bomb at a university-wide virtual town hall, I'd been invited as a guest speaker on Building Community in College. The screen flickered to life, hundreds of students logging in, the chat buzzing. Emily and her crew were there too, front row in the physical audience, smirking as I started. Today, I want to talk about real isolation, not just feeling alone, but being actively pushed out by those who abuse power. My voice was steady, but inside, adrenaline surged, palms slick. I shared my story first, raw and vivid. The cafeteria rejection, my body language crumbling, the whispers in class, chest vice tightening, the study group denial, tears hot on my cheeks. Audience sympathy built, gasps in the chat. That's awful. My emotional arc peaked as I revealed. And the worst part? The leaders of this exclusion were cheating their way through, mocking the very students they hurt. Then, the execution. I clicked share. Screenshots flooded the screen. Emily's exam answers emailed to the group, Mia's rumor texts, Jake's plagiarized essays, Lisa's confession. The room erupted. Emily's face. Oh, it was priceless, drained of color, her sharp features twisting in shock, mouth agape like a fish. What the, Sarah? You? She sputtered, voice shrill, jumping up, chair scraping loudly. Mia clutched her arm, eyes wide with panic. This can't be real. Jake pounded the table. You're lying. Delete that. But it was too late. The post went viral on the platform, shares exploding, university admins on the line within minutes. Sensory overload. The hall's murmurs swelling to chaos, my skin tingling with relief, a grin breaking despite the tremor in my hands. Their reactions? Pure humiliation, infuriating in its comeuppance. Emily lunged toward the stage, face red and furious, veins bulging in her neck. You bitch. How dare you expose us? We were just joking. But security held her back, her struggles pathetic, tears of rage streaming. Mia wailed, my parents will kill me. Jake slunk low, muttering curses, his charm shattered. Lisa sobbed openly, finally breaking free. I'm sorry, Sarah. They made me. The dean announced investigations on the spot, expulsions looming, scholarships revoked. My emotional release washed over me like a wave, chest expanding, breaths deep and free, a triumphant laugh bubbling up. Justice, I thought, eyes locking on Emily's defeated glare. You underestimated the loner, now feel the powerlessness. The fallout was swift and sweet. News articles hit, college cliques exposed in viral scandal. Emily's group scattered, she transferred schools in disgrace, begging via DM. Please, Sarah, take it down. I need a reference. I replied coolly. You laughed when I was alone. Now build your own way up. Mia's rumors backfired, isolating her. Jake lost his sports scholarship. My platform soared to $2 million in value, investors calling, users thanking me in floods of messages. That night, alone but empowered, I raised a glass to the mirror, whispering, they regretted everything. The validation was electric, no more craving, just triumph. Looking back, those years of loneliness and bullying weren't just pain, they were the forge that shaped me. Karma has a way of circling back, doesn't it? Emily and her crew learned that underestimating someone, disrespecting their struggle, comes at a cost. For me, the lesson was clear. Justice isn't about destruction, but rising above, turning betrayal into your strength. It taught me that true power comes from genuine connections, not cliques, and that one act of courage can change everything. If you're feeling isolated right now, remember, your story isn't over. Reach out, build your world, Revenge might just be your success story waiting to unfold. Wow, what a ride, right? If this story of turning college heartbreak into epic revenge gave you chills or made you cheer, smash that like button to show your support. It really helps spread these empowering tales. Drop a comment below. What's the most satisfying payback you've ever seen or experienced? Did Emily deserve it? Share your thoughts. I read every one. And if you're craving more real-life stories of overcoming bullies, betrayal, and rising to glory, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We've got more coming, from workplace injustices to family dramas with killer twists. Thanks for watching, stay strong, and remember, your comeback could be legendary. See you in the next one.